we're just going to get straight into it. So all of these cards are, I don't know the grade, sorry. They've all been submitted completely blind, and we're starting off pretty big here, you know. Espeon Unigaba, so you guys might have seen when I submitted these. Really, really big fan of these, although I think I am potentially going to be selling the PSA set and maybe some of these Ace cards, we'll see. But I do believe that the Ace labels actually add quite a lot to these, whereas they don't always for every card. So let's see what the grade got. That is something that is that on the case? I hope that's on the sleeve, you know, but that, please don't be in the case. It did get the 10. I'm going to take that out of the sleeve. Let me check this. Okay. Fine. It's just on the sleeve. I needed to check because I wanted to make sure the first card that I get off of Ace isn't damaged. But yeah, really nice. I actually really do rate the Ace labels on the Unigabas. I do think that it offers actually quite a lot to the cards, so pretty happy with this. As with any sort of modern Japanese card, I guess, you are hoping for and expecting a 10. Next up then, do we have another Unigaba? We do, we've got the Flareon. So you guys know that I've got, I think 4 of these, so I've got another 3 or so to submit. We got the 10 on the Flareon as well, which is nice. These were all really, really clean, so again, I'm hoping for 10s on basically everything. I did not thoroughly, overly like pre-grade these, but I would not have submitted anything if I didn't think it was 10 worthy. Oh, we got the 9 on the Eevee. That's annoying. I'm not sure why. I mean, it's got to be something obvious. I guess I can scan the QR code and check the subgrades afterwards. I'll put that to one side because I'm going to want to check if I do get any 9s, why. So I can start to see. We've got an English card up next. We've got the Houndour, which is from Obsidian Flames. This looked pretty good on the front. Centering looked pretty decent. The back, there is actually a little bit of something up top left there. I don't think I noticed that one submit. And bottom left. Okay, maybe this will get a 9 then. Let's have a look. It did get the 9. It's a shame because actually that label's super sick. And I will address the recent controversy with Ace after this, after I've gone through all these grades. But got the 9 then on the Houndour. I'm going to assume that's going to be the corners of the edges. Let me pull a few more slabs in. Let's see what we got next. We've got the Horsey, which is from Shrouded Fable. Would have been pack pulled by myself. Centering looks good. There's a lot of stuff on the slabs on the outside. Yeah, centering looks good. Corners look good. Edges look good. Surely that's got to be a 10. Yes, nice. Okay, it's quite a cool Ace label as well. Do like that one. Very nice. So we're 3 and 2, which actually isn't a great ratio, but we've got the Wailord from Journey Together. Centering wise, it looks good on the front. This cover, I'm assuming everything else has been pretty clean. Let me check the corners. You know, there is actually a nick top left. I'd hope that even if it's just the one nick, we'd still get a 10. No. Okay. Again, I'll check the subgrades. I'm not sure why. Thought that was pretty clean. Oh, here's one that's shot up. I obviously regret selling any of these. I had about 5, I think I sold 3. Got another one I need to submit. I'm not going to bother going over the back and front of these because I think they were all pretty clean. So I'm hoping a 10. Nice. I think this is like 140, 150 pound card in a 10. The Ace label on this is 6, so that's a big one to get in a 10. Oh, Ethan's Adventure, Destined Rivals. I sort of just ripped a few packs just to get a few more English cards. I'm not going to go over the back of this one. 10, okay, sweet. I don't think it's a hugely valuable card. I want to say it's in the Ace label. I would imagine you could probably get, what, 35, 40 quid for it, so not too bad there, but we love to see getting a 10. And hopefully I'll have a few perfect 10s in here as well. We've got Team Rocket's Mewtwo, same situation. It was very clean when I pulled it out of the pack. It did get the 10, very nice. I've no idea what that's worth. I'd imagine it's at least worth sort of 70, 80 pounds. The Ace label on it's like giving like Star Wars, Darth Vader vibes. The actual sleeve, though, is a little bit crinkled up in the back, which is not ideal. But anyway, the 10 stack is getting bigger. Oh, huge one here. Right, so this was packed pulled by myself. I'm like 99% sure this was like pristine. The centering looked perfect on the front. Let's check these corners and edges. That's clean, that's clean. It looks really clean, you know. Surely this has got to be the 10. Oh, right. Again, that's one I'll need to check, but I will not be selling that at a 9. That's maybe one I would crack and submit to PSA. That's a frustrating one. I think that's the most expensive raw card that I submitted. We've got the Latios Art Rare. I'm not going to spend tons of time going over these Japanese ones, but 10, which is nice. Again, this is what we're hoping for. You're really looking for 10s. Infernape, 10. Oh, the Ace label on that is class. That adds quite a bit to it, to be fair. The Ceruledge, 10. Very nice. What I would say, initial impression on the slabs is they're heavy. They're definitely heavier and weightier than PSA. Yeah, that's, I guess, initial. Wailord, you can see the gem already. The Japanese version got the 10, the English got the 9. That's unfortunate, but still nice to see the 10. The Articuno, same thing. Nice. Pretty nice Ace label there. Oh, we've got an SAR Raging Bolt, which did also get the 10. Very nice. Not a massively expensive card, to be honest. I think it's probably pretty undervalued. It's only, I want to say it's only, I've got my 10s up for 40. And a similarly undervalued card is probably this Roaring Moon, which did get the 10. It's from Shinji Kanda, who's the same artist that did the Magneton from Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks? Yeah, that's right. And the Lost Origin Giratina. But really nice there. Ace label again, pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, we've got the Glaceon from the Unigaba set, which also got the 10. I do like that Ace label there. Pretty nice. Looks good. We're probably about a quarter of the way through, maybe. It's a 50 card submission, if I didn't say that already. Probably did say that in the intro. Oh, we've got the Leafeon next, which also got the 10. Really nice art on the Ace label. Because you're not really working with a whole lot with the Unigaba cards, obviously. But really nice. These were super clean. Frustrating that that Eevee got a 9. Hopefully none of the other ones did. Okay, we've got the big boy here. This is the most expensive out of the lot. And it did get the 10. I want to say this is like up to maybe about 130, 140 pounds now, so it's definitely getting up there. I'm sure it's going to do well over time. Again, probably come back to this clip. It's maybe just one that for like getting in and out of cards, I might need to move on to fun grading more cards. But it's I'm sure it's one that will do well over time. We've got the Dragonair, which also got the 10. Nice artwork. Can't really go wrong with Japanese 151 10s. The Charmeleon got the 10. I really like when the artwork gets extended. I actually think that's potentially my favourite type of Ace label, although the Unigabas would suggest otherwise. Let's get a few more in. Oh, the War Turtle, 10. Nice, yeah, that art's sick. Where the light's kind of splashing back. Really nice. That's when the Ace labels actually do offer quite a lot of value to a card. 10, nice. Like that. When it completely changes how... I've just realised I haven't been recording my face cam this entire time. Oh well, do you know what, it's fine. You might be like, why did you just stop talking? Because I just looked up at my laptop where I thought I was recording my face cam, and I haven't been. Anyway, never mind, no face cam it is then. But this is where it offers quite a lot of value, I think, where it actually changes how the card looks and feels overall. So if you get a 10, like that to me is looking nicer visually than a PSA 10. The Ivysaur, which also got the 10, very nice. We've got a really strong portion of 10s to 9s now. I don't know the exact number, but we are doing well again. It's pretty much what you would expect. The Metagross, oh, that's a nice one to get a 10 on. Little snowy vibes. I've no idea what the price is on that actually. I don't think I have that back from PSA in the 10, so I've no idea where I would be pricing that. The Heracross, which did get the 10 as well. Really nice. Really rate these Ace labels like that. The Horsey, the Japanese Horsey, it got the 10, very nice. Compare that up with the English. The Lapras. Oh, it got the 9. That's a shame. Maybe... Is it centering? Maybe slightly off. It's maybe thinner on top. Again, I'll check the subgrades for all of the 9s. I'll probably check the subgrades for them all, to be honest, because if they're perfect 10s, I'm going to want to call that out. But any 9s, I'll definitely be double checking as to why. Dondozo. Oh, that also got the 9. It's a shame. I do rate that Ace label as well. Same situation then. I'll double check. It's just, I'm surprised about how much stuff is on the sleeve. As long as it's on the sleeve and not on the slab. Again, it looks pretty good. Who knows? The Pidgey. I did think they'd have a nice Ace label for this, and they do. PSA 10, PSA 10, Ace 10. Have I been saying PSA 10 this whole time? I might have been, you know. Ace 10, very nice. Also, if you are watching this, these will all be for sale on my eBay at the point of recording this. So I will have uploaded this the day of return. So they should all be for sale on eBay just now, unless lots of them have sold already. Alakazam. Oh, we got the 9. It's a shame. These 151 full arts aren't really worth a whole lot. So I was hoping that you could get a 10, get an Ace label, and then increase the value a bit. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one, you know. Probably centering. I'm going to assume that, like, again, I think I checked everything over, so I'm going to assume that everything's going to be centered. Oh, that's a really sick Ace label, you know. I really like that. That did quite well for me in PSA 10 as well, so I might need to get some more of those, because that's, I really rate that Ace label, actually. The Chansey, that got the 10 as well, very nice. Again, a card that's probably about 40-ish pounds in the PSA 10. The Drowsy, oh, sick. I actually think, given the art, that this is a little underwhelming as far as an Ace label goes. I think they probably could have done more, but I guess maybe they've got, I don't know, like a time limit that they can spend on each one to make it profitable. I'm not sure. Well, it's not really. Once you've done it once, I suppose you never need to do it again. The Jolteon, that got the 10. Lovely stuff. I think I got this in one of the collections that I purchased. We're doing really well on the Japanese overall. I think, let me just see what I've got to my side. I've got 1, 2, 4 Japanese 9s, I think, so far. And I want to say I've submitted like 40-ish Japanese cards. The Kilowattrel got a 10. That's a sick Ace label as well. Oh, we've got the Japanese Houndour, which did get the 10. Nice. I rate that. The Brute Bonnet, which also got the 10. Very nice. This was one of those cards that got mega hyped at one point. That's pretty cool. It's like the waterfall coming down. That's sick. I rate that a lot. I'm actually really impressed by the Ace labels, you know. I haven't seen loads of them in person. I've only actually seen one in person. And the Hisuian Growl has got the 10 as well. That's really nice. I do like that. The Scizor got the 10. Lovely stuff. Got a few more to get through. The Cresselia, which also got the 10. Lovely. No, we've got the Tatsugiri, one of my favourites, got the 10. That Ace label's class. You couldn't really go wrong with that Ace label, to be fair. You've got so much to work with. The Wigglytuff, we did get the 10. It's a bit of an underwhelming Ace label. I don't really know. The colour doesn't really match. Like, the bubbles matches. Strange one. The Zapdos got the 10. But that Ace label, I mean, to pay £3 for that is... yeah, that's a bit rubbish, to be honest. Surely you could have come up with something better than that. Okay, well that one's disappointing, that Ace label. What have we got next? The Caterpie. Oh, we got the 9. That's a frustrating one to get a 9 on because it's not a very valuable card in the first place. I just wanted to get some diversity up on the eBay store, to be honest. I've learned that the more listings that you can have and the more searchable products you can have, the more it kind of benefits overall sales. So I just wanted to get some different stuff up. Again, I'll check what rationale they've got for giving it a 9. The Omanyte, 10, same thing. It's not going to be an expensive card. It probably never will be a very expensive card. It's just something pretty cool to have another Ace label in. Tangela, the sort of trifecta of cheap 151 cards. I've got a bunch of these that would be ready to be graded if they ever did shoot up in value, but I can't imagine. So that Ace label's alright. I think they could have done more detail on the trees. I wonder if this was maybe one of the first ones that they did or something. I don't know. It's alright. It's not one of the better ones. I'd say the other two were cooler than that. Last two cards, actually. We're down to the Poliwhirl, which did get the 10. That's a sick one, giving Starry Night vibes. Very cool indeed. And then the last card before we cut to my overall thoughts is going to be the Nidoking, which did get the 10, and that's a sick Ace label. Really nice. Okay, cool. Let's round things up there. We're going handheld for this one. The corners on this apparently got an 8. I've tried to look at them. I don't know what they think they saw, but I can't see anything. Everything else got a 10, but we got 8 on the corners. Nice. So the Alakazam got all 10s other than Surface, which got the 8. Now, I can actually see something now on the surface, which I didn't clock before. If you can see on the right-hand side, roughly where the light's shining on the silver border on the right, there looks like there is some sort of nick there, which I'm assuming is what's taking it down. It's hard to see in these really textured cards because there's lots of pattern on it, but I'm pretty sure that'll be the reason why, which is fair enough. Still a really nice 9 given that everything else got a perfect 10. So on these two here, they both got 10s on everything apart from Surface, which both got an 8. I've looked over them both and it's really hard to tell whether something is because of the sleeve or not. So I've no idea. I'm just gonna have to take their word for it, but I can't see anything personally with my naked eye, as it were, at this point in time. The Glaceon got 10s on everything other than edges, which again is really hard to see in the slab. I've gone over it. I can't see anything obvious. So like this is 100% getting kept in the PC, but very, very likely to just get cracked and resubmitted to PSA, to be honest, because I can't see anything, and I feel like with how clean it looks at PSA would probably give it a 10 with everything else being as strong as it is. So yeah, we'll see. We'll come back to that one in the future. So both of these apparently have got, I think it's a bit of surface and a bit of edge wear or something like that. I can't remember. They both have identical subgrades. It is what it is. It's English. It's trickier. We'll move on. However, the Eevee here has all 10s apart from supposedly an 8 on surface as well. And again, with my naked eye and the sleeve being on there, I honestly can't see anything, which is a shame. So I probably still will sell this just purely because there's not really much need to keep it. But yeah, frustrating one. Okay, so to summarise, overall I was actually really impressed. First of all, I think most of the grading was pretty spot on. I think there was maybe one, probably the Glaceon really is the card where I'm like, I actually don't think that was a right grade. I can't see anything to suggest that the edge is warranted a 9 as opposed to a 10. But overall I was pretty impressed. I was also pretty impressed with the number of perfect 10s that I got out of the number of total 10s. So I actually had listed all of them on my eBay in between filming the last clip and this clip. And we've sold a couple of them. So we sold the Ace 9 Lapras for £24, which I was pretty happy with. And we actually sold the Ace 10 Ceruledge for £40. And just either a day or 2 days before that, I sold the PSA 10 Ceruledge for £31, I think it was, plus eBay fees, etc. So interesting to see that I was able to command a higher price for the perfect 10. That's kind of what I expected, in the same way that people pay higher for a black label. Obviously this doesn't have a different label, it's not a black label. But if you have perfect 10 subgrades, I would imagine that somebody would be more willing to pay for that than like PSA where they don't show it. So very interesting to see that, pretty positive signs there. When Ace had increased their prices recently in the turnaround times, I was probably a bit disappointed, and I thought it actually was quite a poor move because I thought they had a really good opportunity to sort of dominate the UK market and really have a sort of chokehold on it. And for me, the pricing then just became too close to PSA without being able to warrant really, or what I thought was warrant that pricing. However, after the first couple of sales, I can safely say that actually prices so far have been what I would expect for PSA or higher. Now, maybe we'll come back and after I've maybe sold 10, 15 more cards, maybe we'll find out that the rest don't sell for that and that the first two were just a bit of a fluke. But I have sold one other Ace card that I bought in the past from a collection. It did also command a higher price than PSA because of the perfect 10 subgrades. So very interesting. I'm definitely going to continue to submit to Ace. I don't think I'd be submitting on anything more than the £12 tier. I think I'd probably be submitting the majority on the cheapest tier possible. On the longest tier, the 80-day time frame or whatever it is, and just I'll send off submission after submission after submission, so that after the first sort of 80 days has passed, we've just got a constant stream of returns. I do think that there's value in that, and clearly there's a market for it, but I would obviously rather it was £3 cheaper. But to be fair, when I sort of had my initial feelings about the increase in prices, I kind of forgot that they do also offer a 5% discount with creator codes, and there's definitely value in that, to where obviously PSA don't have that. So Just one to consider there. But overall, I would say pretty impressed with the whole process. One thing I would maybe say is the packaging of the actual slabs, coming back to you, wasn't the best. They do put sleeves on it, which PSA don't, but I would say that the boxes that the slabs came in is pretty flimsy. It's a very minor complaint, but having obviously received quite a few boxes from PSA now, I would say their cardboard's a lot sturdier, which if you're sending thousands of pounds of cards in, I personally would just like to see some sturdier cardboard. But overall, yeah, pretty good. Very straightforward process. After you finally get a grading slot. First of all, if you guys want to buy any of the cards and check out my eBay, it will be linked in the description. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, drop this video a like, and let me know which one of these cards was your favourite.